Before we go to the firing range, I wanted to go through, in slang term, what's called a blooper and a super blooper. And Blooper Man is a grenadier or a mortar man. And these weapons are very portable. In the background we got an M16 with the HK M320 grenade launcher, which was a predecessor to the US M320. This is a 40mm weapon system. This is a practice grenade. These, with the HE version, has about a 10-meter wound radius on it. Then here we have a 60mm patrol mortar. And what I did is took the base plate off of this to kind of fit it in here. With this mortar, you have a base plate you can use that is about 6 inches by 8 inches, and that way one man can carry it on patrol. This particular weapon, with all the increments on the round, has a range of 1,800 yards. This is a practice 60mm mortar bomb. You can see the difference in size between the 40mm round and the 60mm mortar round here. This has a radius of about 25 yards. And if you're within 50 yards when you're firing this, you're within effective range, because when you're dropping these weapons are not that accurate, and it's really an area fire weapon. The point of this video is, if you don't have a perimeter of 2,000 meters that you're actively protecting, these weapons are very light and portable, and people can get in and get at you pretty quickly. With this mortar, if you're firing it with the patrol base on it, you may be able to fire 10 rounds a minute. If you put the base plate and a bipod on it, you can shoot 30 rounds a minute for a couple minutes. The grenade launcher here on the M16, this HK version, you can shoot 10-12 rounds a minute with that with no problem. I saw a version of where somebody in Honduras took a tear gas gun, and they had an M79 grenade launcher barrel, and what they did is braze together an adapter and mounted it on the 203 gas gun to use it as a grenade launcher. So these things are in circulation, they're available, and you know, if somebody comes up on your perimeter, they can lay a lot of hurt down on you real quick. The other thing to consider is they can take a weapon system like these, if they have more than one, and they can pin down your location while they bring in heavier weapons to engage you with. So what we'll do is go ahead and get to the firing portion of this video, and what we're going to do today is fire the HK here, and we'll end up firing actually 12 rounds. When we made the video, we had one dud and one short round. So something to kind of keep in mind with these weapon systems, you can have duds. And with the 40mm system, they're more common than with the 60mm mortar system. So if you have a 10-round fire mission, you might have to fire 12 rounds because of duds. The other issue is short rounds, where, you know, if you aim 300 yards away and because of propellant issues, you don't have complete ignition, your round may drop short of the target. So if you're firing over top of your own people, you need to keep this in mind. So on to the firing portion. Thanks for joining us today.
I've watched a lot of videos. One channel I really like is Hiberniason with Irish. He's the host, and he talks a lot about perimeters and how much perimeter you need to defend your compound, you know, base, site, whatever it is you happen to have. And he recommends 2,000 yards. And a lot of people give him a lot of grief and say you only need 100 yards, 200 yards. But the fact of the matter is you do need 2,000 yards. If you let somebody get within 500 yards of you, they can take an M79, a 203, or in this case an HK 320 grenade launcher, 40mm, and they can drop 10 or 12 grenades on you before you ever know what happened. So what we're going to do is give you a demonstration. We got an area down here. It's approximately 12 acres, and what we're going to do is a practice fire mission with practice grenades, and we'll start on the right, and we'll drop 6 rounds going right to left. Show you just how fast this can happen.